Hey guys, so today I'm going to test out 10 sharpeners to see which one is the best. We're going to start with the silver one with the no bin. So we're gonna give each one out of 10 for each category. The first one is sharpness. How sharp is that? It's still pretty blunt. I'll give it a 6. Does the pencil break? When it sharpened, it didn't, and when you draw with it, it didn't. So I'll give it a 10. How long does it take for the blade to get dull? It was pretty dull already, so I'll give it 7. How many turns does it take for the pencil to get sharp? Well, it was still pretty dull, so it never really got sharpened, so I'll give it a 5. How long does it take for the bin to get full? There is no bin, so it's a 0. How hard is it to use? I'll give it a 5, because it's not as easy as the others. And then at the end, we'll add up the score. The next one is the no name brand, which you normally use as a school sharpener. Pretty long and sharp. So I'll give that one an 8. Does the pencil break? It didn't when I was sharpening it, and it's still good when you draw with it. Give it a 10. How long does it take for the blade to get dull? It's pretty good. I'd give it a 9. How many turns did it take to get sharp? About 10 turns, and it's pretty sharp. I'll give it an 8. How long does it take for the bin to get full? Well, this one has a bin. I'll give it a 5. How hard is it to use? Pretty easy. Give it a 9. Now for the next one, the Derwent one. That one's also sharp and pretty long. Nearly the same as the last one. Sharpness pretty much the same, give it an 8. Does the pencil break? It didn't when I was sharpening it. And you can draw with it. I'll give it a 10. How long does it take for the blade to get dull? I've been using it for a bit and it's still pretty good. I'll give it a 9. How many turns to get sharp? I think I did around 10 again. So same as last time, an 8. How long does it take for the bin to get full? It's a bit bigger than the other one. I'll give it a 7. How hard is it to use? Pretty simple. Give it a 9. Now for the stapler. Pretty much the same as the other ones. For the sharpness, give it an 8. Does the pencil break? It didn't when I was sharpening it, and it's good to draw with, so it's a 10. How long does it take for the blade to get dull? It's pretty good, but I'll give it an 8. How many turns to get sharp? Pretty much the same as the others. How long does it take for the bin to get full? It's a bit bigger than the no name. I'll give it a 6. How hard is it to use? Pretty simple. Give it a 9. Now for the Prisma. Now this is my go-to one, so I've been using it a lot. Definitely sharper than the others. I'll give it a 9. Does the pencil break? It didn't when I was sharpening it. And it's good to draw with. Give it a 10. How long does it take for the blade to get dull? Well, I have been using it a long time and it's still pretty good. I'll give it a 9. How many turns to get sharp? I think it's a bit less than the others. I'll give it a 9. How long does it take for the bin to get full? Bigger than the other ones. I'll give it an 8. How hard is it to use? Pretty simple. Give it a 9. Now for the Faber-Castell. I usually go for this one when my Prismacolor one is full, because I know it's really good and sharp, but the blade does get blunt very quickly, so then I normally buy a few more. Sharpness, pretty good. Give it a 9. Does the pencil break? It didn't when I was sharpening it. And it didn't then. Give it a 10. How long does it take for the blade to get dull? It gets dull pretty quickly. I'll give it a 7. How many turns to get sharp? Pretty quickly. Give it a 9. How long does it take for the bin to get full? I'll give it a 7. How hard is it to use? Pretty simple. 9. Now for the deli one. That is super long. And it's pretty sharp. Sharpness. It's not as sharp as other ones, but it's definitely a lot longer. I'll still give it a 9. Does the pencil break? Well, it is pretty long, but it's not breaking. So it's a 10. How long does it take for the blade to get dull? Oh, it's pretty good still. Give it an 8. How many turns does it take to get sharp? Quite a few, but I think it's still the same as the others. I'll give it a 9. How long does it take for the bin to get full? It's huge, so I'll give it a 10. How hard is it to use? You have to open it and make sure it works properly, and you have to put it connected to the table as well. Give it an 8. Now for the X-Acto Buzz. This is an electronic one. Not very sharp, pretty dull still. So sharpness not that great. Give it a 7. Does the pencil break? Nope. How long does it take for the blade to get dull? It's electronic, so it's not that bad. Give it a 9. How many turns to get sharp? It's still not sharp, so I'll give it a 7. How long does it take for the bin to get full? It's pretty big. I'll give it an 8. How hard is it to use? Well, it spins around if you don't hold it properly. Give it a 7. Now for the X-Acto KS. So after a while, it gets super long and sharp, but you'll have to connect it to your desk and then make sure you don't bump into it all the time because it's pretty big. It's definitely the sharpest and longest one there. So for the sharpness, I'll give it a 10. Does the pencil break? Well, it hasn't yet. And it doesn't break when you use it, so it's pretty strong. 10. How long does it take for the blade to get dull? I did just get that, so I haven't used it that much yet. But it seems pretty good. I'll give it a 9. How many times to get sharp? Quite a lot. give it a 6. How long does it take for the bin to get full? It's pretty big. I'll give it a 9. How hard is it to use? Definitely hard if you don't have it connected to your desk, but I think if you did, then it wouldn't be as hard. I'll give it an 8. And for the last one, my newest one, TGAAL. This is the one that I've been using since I got it. Because it's not super long, but it's definitely sharp. So for sharpness, give it 10. Does the pencil break? Nope. But with the pencil not breaking, these are Faber-Castells and they're super strong. How long does it take for the blade to get dull? I did just get it, but I have been using it since I got it, so I'm not so sure yet. I'll give it a 9. How many turns to get sharp? Pretty much the same as the others. Give it a 9. How long does it take for the bin to get full? It is pretty small. I'll give it a 6. Maybe a 5. How hard is it to use? Pretty simple. Give it a 9. Now I'll add all this up and I'll get back to you. So we have our winners. In equal first is Prismacolor and the Deli with 54 points. Which one is your favourite? Hope this video helped you guys. Tell me in the comments which is your favourite and why. Thanks for watching. Bye.